morning to one and all. This is Angha of 9th A presenting the topic of development of missile technology in Bharat. Missile and its Indian origins. In military language, a missile is also known as a guided and self-propelled airborne weapon usually propelled by a fighter jet engine or rocket motor. Missile in ordinary language means an object which can be thrown, shot or propelled towards a target. The Indian sage who gave this atomic theory was born in the Prabha Kshetra, which is near the Dwaraka in Gujarat. He gave the theory of 2500 years before John Dalton. He is also known as the father of atomic theory of ancient India. The use of missile dates back to the Vedic age in India. Indian warriors who used astras as missiles in various forms from the period in the subcontinent, proofs of which can be drawn from the number of epics such as the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. The Battle of Polior is a great example of use of missiles in Indian war. Tipu Sultan and his army used thousands of rockets, resulting in the defeat of troops in the Srirangapatna war in 1792. So let's see the difference between rocket and the missile. Not all rockets are weapons, whereas missile is a weapon. Rocket could be free or guided, whereas a missile should be guided. A trajectory depends on the elevation of the rocket launcher and propellant available, whereas in the missile the trajectory can be changed by the mid-flight. The Indian missile milestones from 1947 to 2022. In 1947, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai established the Physical Research Laboratory. In 1962, the Defense Research and the Development Laboratory, along with the Special Weapon Development Team, to work missile design and the development. In 1969, the Indian Space Research Organization is formed. In 1982, the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center successfully launches a Century rocket under the joint cooperation of India. In 1983, India's Integrated Guided Missile Development Program begins. In 1986, successfully developed and tested the high thrust. In 1989, India conducts a test launch of its first medium-range ballistic missile called the Agni. In January 1996, India conducts the first flight of the S.V.V.E.M.schoolEnikepadu surface-to-surface ballistic missile. In April 1999, India conducts its first test of the nuclear-capable Agni-2 missile. As well as in July 1999, India successfully tests the Nishant, an unmanned aerial vehicle. In April 2000, India tests the medium-range Dhanush missile. In January 2003, India reportedly places under its SFC 2 operational missiles groups of the Indian Army. In November 2006, the BrahMos cruise missile is inducted into the Indian Defence Forces. In April 2007, India successfully tests the 5th nuclear-capable Agni-3 ballistic missile. This is the first successful test. In July 2007, India reveals that it has a successful test with the Sagarika submarine-launched cruise missile. In May 2008, India successfully tests the Prithvi-2 ballistic missile and successfully tests the nuclear-capable surface-to-surface Saurya missile in November 2008. And as well as in the 2008 December, India successfully tests the BrahMos cruise missile from the naval warship in the Bay of Bengal. And in 2009, India successfully tested an improved version of the Prithvi-2 ballistic missile, and Agni-3, Agni-4 are in the 2010, 11 and 12 years. In January 2018, India successfully conducted the first pre-induction trial of its over 5,000 km range of Agni-5 unconventional ballistic missile. And India is now tapping into the advanced technologies to develop a new class of weapons. In September 2020, the Defense Research Organization Development carried out a successful flight test on the hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle for the first time from the launch facility of the Odisha coast. India could develop the hypersonic cruise missiles in about 4 years. India has set a target of clocking defense export, mainly missiles and the other weaponry, worth $5 billion by the 2024. Also in the works on the BrahMos NG, which is smaller in the size than the original BrahMos, and the weight is equal to 1.6 tons. The BrahMos NG will have the land-based variant in the Indian Army, the variant for the Indian Air Force, and the ship submarine capable variant for the Navy. The Agni ballistic missile program has gradually evolved to the Agni-2, Agni-3 and the Agni-4, finally Agni-5, and next in the line can be Agni-6 with the 8,000 km range. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former President of India, is known as a Missile Man of India, and the Tessie Thomas is known as a Missile Woman of India, also known as Agni-Putri. Dr. Homi Bhabha is known as the father of Indian missile technology. My visit to Bistro getting the minds interested with my friends and the school members, teachers. As a conclusion, Indian Missile Program, the most successful Atmanirbhar program, we are becoming self-sufficient as well as tapping into the billion-dollar defense exports market by exporting the weaponry such as missiles and the components to our neighboring countries. Kali, the acronym for Kilo Empire Linear Injector, is a top secret weapon that India has designed as a potential response to any incoming missiles whose objective would be to disturb the country's peace.